everybody, welcome to Barlow Barbecue. It's great to see you again. Today we're going to make some grilled veggie patties on a cast iron skillet. Let's go take a look at our ingredients. We've got about 2 cups of cooked cauliflower, a couple eggs, little hard cheese. This is a hard sharp cheese. You can use Parmesan, Romano, or whatever fancy cheese you want. Got a little bit of kale, scallions, some fresh corn, a zucchini, jalapeno, some garlic. I cooked up a little quinoa to put in it for some protein. And last but not least, we're going to use some panko breadcrumbs. But if you are trying to watch your flour or your gluten, you can use almond flour or whatever gluten-free flour you like. The very first thing you're going to want to do is grate your zucchini. You can do this in your food processor. I hate to clean the food processor, so I just use a grater. Okay, so you're going to want to salt your zucchini, and that's to draw out the water so you won't have soggy cakes. Nobody wants a soggy cake. And now that these are salted, I'm just going to let them hang out and release their water while I chop all of our other ingredients. Next, I'm going to mash up my cauliflower, but just for a moment, if you haven't subscribed, please do. We really love your support. Let's get on with the cooking. Okay, so I drained this cauliflower real well. I just use frozen because I'm lazy. So before I mash it up, I'm just going to take a tea towel and just smush it a little bit to get the water out. We just want everything as dry as possible so these suckers will be crispy. See? And now we've got a head start. Who needs to work so hard? So we're just going to get in here, smash them up. And now I'm going to scrape my corn kernels right into this bowl. I'm going to shred a little cheese in there. You don't have to put cheese in, but if you got it, why not? I'm going to use about 1/4 cup. Let's check out our zucchini. If you push on it, put it in here so you can kind of see how much water's coming out of it. Look at all that. Now you can use a tea towel. You don't have to use a paper towel. As you can see, this is breaking, but now we've got that all squeezed out. I picked out all the paper towels. We're just gonna add it to the rest of our mix. We're gonna throw in the rest of our ingredients that we chopped up before. Our quinoa, an egg, 2 eggs, about 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm using seasoned because I'm using kind of a Italian motif here. But as I said before, you could use gluten-free flour or almond or something. And just a little bit more salt and some pepper. Now we're just going to mix all this stuff up. Break out my eggs. I almost forgot my favorite ingredient, steak seasoning. I'm going to add about 1½ teaspoons of this. Let's make some patties. I just do this with my hands. You can use like a scoop if you have one, but you're going to want to make about 2-inch patties. If it's not sticking together, you can add a little more panko, almond flour, whatever you're using. Now these are all mixed up, we're going to get our grill going so we can cook these on the cast iron skillet.
Howdy folks. So behind me I've got a full charcoal chimney of charcoal going because we want a really hot grill when it comes time to cook those steaks. Now of course you can go inside and do this on your stovetop. That's completely fine. We here at Barlow Barbecue like to be outdoors and cooking with the grill whenever we can. And our charcoal is ready, so let's get that in the grill. Alright y'all, we're going to be using this cast iron skillet to cook the cakes on, and we're going to set that right over direct heat and let that warm up for a minute.
We're going to start with putting Good amount of coconut oil here. As you're putting these on the grill, it's good to give them a little final squeeze, just to keep them from falling apart. Slide them right in there. And don't overcrowd them. It'll be hard to turn later if you do. It's been about a minute. I'm going to flip these. Look out for the corn. It likes to pop. Yep. And beautiful. Perfect. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes. We're going to flip these guys and see if they're done. They're looking great. Perfect. Let's get them off. Okay, you ready for this? You ready to try this?
Yeah, let's give it a try. They look really good.
Okay, let me make your plate. Cake. A little bit of AIOLI on there.
Looks awesome.
Just to be fancy, I cut up a little fresh basil. And I know how much you love cheese, so I'm just going to put a little more cheese on top for you. Let's do it.
All right, let's give this a try.
Those are great.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
That sauce has a really nice tang to it from the lemon. I taste the corn is really cool in there. Basil, nice, some nice, it's very fresh tasting. I'm gonna try another bite. There's a nice savoriness in there from the zucchini and the cauliflower. This is really good. Super easy to make.
These would be fantastic in some pita bread with a little bit of salad. You could make a sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Yep, these could be your main course or side course, whatever you want.
That's a really good idea. Well, I think that about does it for today's video. We thank you so much for hanging out. And until next time, we're going to say, smoke them if you got them.
That's right.
Bye-bye.